Hey, it's me again. I got a couple different options for you with this old Rivarossi 50s model. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send another motor. Um, I've oiled it up. It's a little noisy. If the one that I gave you already is quieter, you can always transfer the shaft. It's still got plenty of life. This thing's got a great amount of torque left. What I've done is, let me prop this up here for a second. Okay, I wanted to give you some options. So what I made is, this has got the collar on it with the grooves cut in it. And this is another size than the other one. And what I did was I put one of these, basically what you already had on the motor that broke off. And you can do this. If you need to adjust it, you can either worm this out really slowly and give it just a little bit of sanding and then worm it back in tighter if you want, inward, or it might just be the right length where, you need to have play anyway. It needs to slide back and forth. But this thing will work. And this will fit on the other Rivarossi motor. Okay. The original motor was pretty, I think, from the pictures that I looked at, was bigger and probably stronger than this motor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this motor here. This is a 5-pole skew wound motor. It's got 160 GCM of torque. That's the torque rating. If you try to hold this shaft, it will burn your fingers. When you apply, 14 volts to this thing, it's either 9,800 or 9,500 RPM. It's definitely got more RPM than this. These are around, I think, 8,000, a little over 8,000, 7,800, somewhere around there. This thing is quiet as a mouse. What I've done is I've cut rubber blocks and bonded them to the bottom. And if you scrape down the frame a little bit, what I like to do is, if you can, put 2 layers of masking tape all the way over it and then glue to the masking tape. If you have to take it apart, you can slice the masking tape and peel it off the motor or the frame. It holds. The heat's not going to bother it. Not anytime soon. This block here is strong. It's very, very strong. And so what you do is it'll sit like that on the frame at an angle. And your transmission shaft, or whatever it is, the transmission piece, I'll just use this for your transmission piece will fit in here like this. And even at that angle, as long as you don't push the motor in too close, it still has plenty of side-to-side action. That will work. It's better to have the motor straight on, but this will work. Something like that. So I'm going to give you this motor too. Just be very careful. If you have a smaller soldering iron, use the smaller. Don't use that big Bertha soldering iron that you got. I've already put some solder on these tips, so if you just tin the wires, you just be able to real quick. They don't like to be heated up too much. You can damage the motors. So anyway, and I took the shaft off the back because I know that might be a problem with them hanging out of the back. I chopped that off. So anyway, I'm gonna ship all this stuff out tomorrow morning. I'm just getting ready to box it up. So I'm gonna give you 2 motors and a couple different options. I'm also gonna give you a brass shaft with a Rivarossi drive shaft on it. That is adjustable. You can slide in and out when you figure out what you want it. Just put a drop of CA on it and stick it in there and let it dry. Same with this one. This one here is actually very tight. You probably won't have to glue it. This is a different size. Yeah, this is a small one. This is, which one is this? This is the small one. And if you need a bigger one, you can pull this off and swap it with one of these two. I got a feeling you're going to be needing the bigger one. That's why I'm giving you all these options. You can use this one here, worm it off the motor, or worm it off this one, whichever one you want, whichever one makes more sense for you. And be good to go. So I just wanted you to have some options. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm going to pay the best freight that I can, but I know it's going to get stuck at customs. So anyway, let me when you watch this video, let me know what you're thinking, and hopefully you'll get back to me before I ship this out in the morning. Have a great night.